Bible.
Yesterday, your so teacher Rosario
Yesterday. Yeah.
is great.
Yeah. Very smart guy.
Okay, okay. It's now we're live. It's okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Today we meet again in ESMT Teacher Talks, which is the teaching and learning seminar or new normal learning community. Yeah. And today we will meet Teacher Mark and Teacher Jonah. Yeah. Good afternoon. How are you?
We're good. We just finished lunch, so we're
Please
excited.
introduce yourself and your teaching subject.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. For those who are watching online, I am Teacher Mark, and I am teaching future solving program. Yeah.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jonah. You can call me Teacher Joe or Teacher Jonas. I am teaching science M2 and also FPSP.
Okay. Okay. And the lesson you will talk with us today, science or future problem
FPS,
solving?
FPSP.
Okay, future
We're
problem
working
solving.
together.
Okay. If you're ready, you can show your slide and present. Yeah.
Okay,
Who's Thai teacher who work with you?
Not aware with the science teacher, but I think there is. But
Okay.
I, I totally not aware who's with us.
Okay.
yeah. All right, so welcome once again in our teacher's talk. So today we are going to present to you our topic, which is root cause analysis and generating actionable solutions under the subject of FPSP for Matayom 2/4. This is week 4 and 100 minutes period. So for the less learning objective that we have, uh, we expect that students will be able to employ root cause analysis through fishbone diagram and to identify underlying issues affecting hunger and nutrition and utilize the solution tree framework to generate actionable solutions that effectively address these problems. So this objective is in line with the competency, the KPA, knowledge, process, and attitude. So for the content of our lesson, so we have the declarative knowledge, which is understanding the basic nutrition concepts about food groups and nutrients. It's because the theme of their project is under SDG 2, which is solving zero hunger and improving nutrition. So, as well as familiarity with the Sustainable Development Goals and knowledge of common causes of hunger and malnutrition. Now, for the procedural knowledge, okay, we have the ability to analyze problems and identify causes, skills in using diagrams or graphic organizers like fishbone diagram and the solution tree framework, and then capability to brainstorm and generate solutions collaboratively. For conceptual knowledge, the comprehension of root cause analysis and its importance in problem solving, understanding the concept of actionable solutions and how they relate to identified problems, and awareness of the interconnectedness of global issues like hunger and nutrition. So for the learning process, we have applied the 5 E's, okay, starting with um, engage. So the objective for this is to engage students in critical thinking about the problem of hunger and nutrition. So our teaching strategy here is we raise questions to spark interest and discussion. So the questions are like, why do you think hunger still exists in many parts of the world? What factors might contribute to this issue? So we started with a mind map, and we started writing the students' answers in the board for later reference. And then next one is explore, which allows our students to investigate the underlying causes of hunger using fishbone diagram. So our teaching strategy here is we facilitate group discussion and we provide guidance on how to fill out the fishbone diagram. Also, we encourage students to explore multiple perspectives on the causes of hunger and then monitor our group interactions and providing support as needed. Next one, explain. Explain to help students articulate their findings and understand the concepts of root cause analysis and solution three framework. Our teaching strategy here is to encourage critical thinking by asking students to justify their reasoning and provide definitions and explanation of key concepts such as root cause analysis and solution tree. And then we also use formative assessment to gauge understanding through questioning. So for the elaboration, the objective here is to extend students' understanding by applying the concepts learned to generate solutions for identified problems. And then our strategy here is we encourage students to think critically about the feasibility of their proposed solutions. So we provided examples of real world solutions and asked students to analyze their effectiveness. And then also we facilitate group discussions and provide feedback on their solution trees. And then for the evaluation part, so we evaluate them according to the quality of the fishbone diagram that they have created. And we have the following criteria for evaluation. It's the clarity and organization of the diagram, the relevance and depth of the identified causes, presentation of the diagram in group discussion explaining the significance of each cause. Also, we evaluate them or assess them with their solution tree framework application. So our criteria, we use creativity and feasibility of the proposed solution, logical connection between root cause and proposed solution, and the ability to articulate solutions during a peer review session, including potential benefits and challenges. Yeah. So for the actual results, Teacher Jonah will discuss or
Okay. For the actual results, the students will be able to employ root cause analysis through the fishbone diagram to identify underlying issues affecting hunger and improving nutrition, and utilize the solution three framework to generate actionable solutions that effectively address these problems. So for desirable result, the students demonstrated the ability to think critically and systematically by identifying multiple underlying causes of hunger and improving nutritious issues through root cause analyzing using the fishbone diagram. They also applied the solution three framework to develop innovative, feasible, and context-appropriate solutions, clearly showing the connection between the problem and actions. As a result, the students gain confidence in talking about the solutions, the problems they have, and also the complex social issues, and equipped with the structural problem solving skills application to the real world context. So they literally know how to solve the problem using their own solution. So also some undesirable results that we had for our students are some students were noticeably passive during group discussions. Sometimes they are showing sign of disengagement, like maybe they are bored or through boredom, short attention spans, or lack of the clear direction, or sometimes they are not interested with the topic we are giving to them. And also, this engagement suggests that they were not cognitively invested in the task, which limited their ability to collaborate meaningfully with peers. So our implication is this highlights the need to teach explicit research strategies, question, formulation techniques, and information literacy skills. So additionally, we must design tasks that are chunked, purpose-driven, and supported by graphic organizers or guided templates to help the students focus their inquiry. And the lesson that we've learned in this teaching strategy we gave is teaching successfully problem solving projects to the students need more than just giving them a task. Number two is it's important to guide them step by step, let them make choices, connect projects to real life, give regular feedback, encourage teamwork, manage time well, and flexible or being flexibility. Teachers should also keep learning new ways to teach. So this is our goal for doing this teaching. The goal is to help the students think critically, solve problems, and work well with others. So we provide for applying the lesson that we have learned, provide clear scaffolding. So this to break down complex tasks into manageable steps, and utilize graphic organizers like fishbone diagram or solution tree to support students in analyzing and structuring
ดรจะ
their
ตรวจดูก่อน
ideas
นะถ้าโอ
effectively.
เคอ่ะนี่ไง
Also,
บอกเดี๋ยวง่ายบอก
we offer
มี
students
รู้เรื่องอ่ะ
so it's their own choice, and allowing the students to select the topics or issues that are personally meaningful to them, fostering ownership, motivation, and deeper engagement in the learning process. Number three, we connect learning to real life situation, designing the learning experiences that are relevant to students' lives by incorporating real world issues, community-based problems, and authentic contexts. And also, we give ongoing feedbacks like implementing regular check-ins per reviews and formative assessments to monitor progress, clarify misunderstanding, and guide students in refining their work. Also, we do foster collaboration. That is the most important in doing this project, encouraging the meaningful teamwork by purposeful group tasks, establishing clear rules, and promoting respectful, reflective communication among peers. And also we have to teach them research, how to do the research, and thinking skills explicitly. So introduce some strategies for question formulation, effective online searching, search evaluation, and synthesizing information to build students' confidence and independence. And the last one is balance, structure, and flexibility rather. Um, this is to maintain clear expectation and some timelines while remaining responsive to students' learning needs, adjusting supports and pacing when necessary. And I forgot something. There's another one, the commit to professional growth. Okay. So we continuously seek out and apply innovative research-based teaching strategies that promote critical thinking, problem solving, and student agency in project-based learning. So that's it for this is our the documentation when we do the teaching with the students together with Teacher Mark. Thank you.
That ends our presentation.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Please stop sharing and we will talk together. Okay. You know, yeah, for me is the very best presentation for a PLC online, and I saw you can answer all the questions about the reflections, the teaching and learning reflections. The first is about what you expect is so clear. What you expect for your future problem solving teaching, yeah, and then actual results that happen in your class. It show that you're carefully observe your student and you understand what happened with the student learning and the process learning and thinking. And the lesson learned is where and the application is very clarify and explanation. I also appreciate on what your lesson learned. Yeah, but oh, first of all, I would like to talk about this is the early stage of future problem solving, right? Yeah, the early stage. We have to we have to engage them and introduce them the concept of SDG, right? And they have to study more about SDG goals, right? Yeah, it has 17 and okay, 17 and why we identify or uh, point out to the SDG 2 zero hunger. Why we point to this goal for the student? Yeah.
Because you can say that it's happening.
The
It's
current event.
it's happening everywhere. So it's
Okay.
also
Yeah, it's happening everywhere, and I think that why Thai teacher? I think Thai teacher will select this issue for the student to study more. I think it's connect to the science concept, right? Because I remember that the concept for science in Matayom 2 is about food and nutrition,
yeah,
right? Yes, so I think so is connect to the SDG 2 about zero hunger, right? I think that's a reason why we point on the SDG 2 zero hunger. And and I would like to know, for me, for my concept, when the student conceptualize or making conclusions or find the answers or the knowledge there, select the type of graphic organizers they select by themselves. And why in this lesson we select fishbone and solution tree for them to learn. Why?
fishbone. I believe it helps them to really the problem. So when they understand what the problem is, it's easier for them to come up with different solutions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. uh, for my experience, when the student they construct or they found the answer from their research about the reasons, cause and reasons, and cause and effect, or the root and the cause of the problem or something, is the relationship between cause and effect, or the reason why and the result or something, is connect to the type of graphic organizer fishbone, because the bone is mean the reasons, and the result is the head of the
The
fish.
head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think when you use the fishbone as the learning tool, learning tool for the student, for the lesson, you use fishbone as a learning tool. So the student have to know first why they have to use fishbone, because the topic of their study is about the cause and the reason and the result or the problem or the root or something, right? Is a relationship
Yeah.
between the two variables, right? Yeah. So I think maybe it's not two variables. It's more than, because some problem has lots of the roots, right? The different roots. Okay, and for your teaching by using 5E, why you use 5E in the lesson?
5E, it's because of course it starts with engaging the students. And how will we engage them? By posing questions. We spark curiosity and interest.
Yeah.
So in that way, when we have their attention or their interest, they will actively participate, and they will um, contribute to the group as a whole.
Okay. So the student have to construct their own knowledge by searching the information, and then they're processing and analyze content analysis, and they're making conclusion what's the cause and effects or cause root or reason, right? And they formulate into the pattern of fishbone diagram, and they have to present, right?
Yes.
Okay, when the student they found the answer about the general answer about the zero hunger, cause and effect, or something relates, how to elaborate into the context, in the real context. You understand questions. The real context, for example, about the zero hunger topic in Thailand. Where's the problem occur in Thailand? They have to elaborate, right? To
Yeah.
elaborate into Thai context. So when they can elaborate or connect this concept to Thai context, what happened to Thai context, about the malnutrition problems, or some kind of the problem in Thailand, they have to do their project, right? This is the early stage for them to understand what's the concept of zero hunger, right?
Yeah.
Zero hunger, yeah. So they have to connect to real life situation
Your
in
situations.
Thai context, and then they identify the problem in Thai context. So the problem that they have to solve the problem is the problem in Thai context, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have to study more in the next step, where the
Where is
SD,
this happening
yeah,
actually?
what happening in Thailand about SDG 2, zero hunger, right? Yeah, and what's your plan for next?
Doing the research is actually is very challenging to students, especially for those who are first timer to do the research. local.
Yeah.
But we try to make our best to let the students analyze first what is research and what has to come up with the research, and that is the solution. So we ask the students what are the current event that's happening in Thailand in rural and urban areas, and we let them to decide which problems they are going to make, and what are the solutions they are going to do for the problems they encountered. So we are encouraging all the students to cooperate with each other and analyzing every inch of the problems in Thailand, especially in hunger and improving nutrition, because we all know that Thailand is facing different problems in especially in health, like malnutrition or being obese. I'm sorry for that, and also different issues in hunger, like in rural areas or different areas. So we are making the students to collect data
Yeah.
and survey and do their research, doing the actual um, actual thing that they can do, like going to the area that they need help, or going to the place that they can see a lot of problems. So they we are making the students to explore themselves to feel and to know the problem, the real problem. So that's why they can have the real solution based on the problem.
Uh, I think that we should have lots of Miss World, beauty with a purpose project.
And
Okay. I think in SDG 2 zero hunger, it's not mean only the hunger, but it's about the nutrition problem,
yeah,
you know.
it is.
So you can let your students study or survey in the school or in the local community around the school. For example, that how they teach every student or their friends to have the critical thinking, what to choose to eat in the morning, what you should not. For example, that sugar, more sugar or something, yeah, it is about diabetes or the blood sugar, blood fat or something, right? This is the problem is about the nutrition. So I think the student can study in the local area or in the school or for themselves or something that they can show they understand the principles or the KPA about the nutrition, food and nutrition. And they can use their KPA to elaborate, to learn more, to work or to solve the problem about the nutrition in their local community problems. I think it's just only very simple problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do something easy and simple. Yeah. First. Okay. Because we don't need the project of beauty with the purpose. It's maybe so far for the student to find because in Thailand we have free food lunch for every student. You know, is from the government. So I think the hunger people is something where very difficult to find. Yeah, for especially for the student, the young student, right? Okay. Today, I'm so appreciating your work, your understanding about the lesson study, the lesson learned, and I think that you can your lesson learned for the next planning for the student, future problem solving teaching. Okay, thank you for today. Very good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.